Hello traders, this video is going to be about my outlook on gold for the next week, which is the first week of February. So let's begin. If you noticed, or if you've noticed, we are at all-time highs on gold. We created a new all-time high this week, and we had a very interesting price delivery from these lows here, right? So I'm going to walk you through my expectations for gold, and how if there's anything more I can give, like in terms of concepts, I'll definitely add, right? So the first thing I see is like I said, we've made new all-time highs. We've hit this key level here, which is a high time frame key level, and whenever we hit a high time frame key level, you should expect a new phase of price action, right? So if you're familiar with IBDA phases, IBDA market cycles, IBDA market phases rather, it's expansion, consolidation, retracement, reversal, right? So if you can see we've made a low here, we expanded to this high, right? We've hit a major objective, so we can start expecting a new phase of price, which is either going to be a retracement since we've had an expansion, or a reversal, or a consolidation, right? And that's where leveraging multi-time frame analysis comes in, like lower time frames, but that's something for another video. All right, but for now, this week has hit this key level. We should expect a new phase of price. If we're going to continue higher, then we would probably make use of the weekly profiles and weekly candle range logic. All right, but I want to draw your attention to how we delivered from here to this point here, right? So it's something I always consider when I'm analyzing the charts. I always look at where we are coming from, where we are going to. Right now we've hit where we're going to, right? But where were we coming from in the first place? If you look here, we have this inside candle on the weekly time frame, right? So before I go into this inside candle, key levels are swing points, fair value gaps, and other blocks, right? So when I come into the weekly time frame, I'm just coming to draw out my swing, is the nearest swing point that we are going towards and where we are coming from. I'm looking for fair value gaps that we are coming from, and we are going to, and if there's a swing point we're going to, that's what I'm going to identify. So I'm looking for liquidity levels or key levels that price is coming from and price is likely going towards. So you can see, assuming we had not hit this key level here, you can see we have this inside candle. It's also a key level. It's just that it's not considered a lot, right? But it is, right? Because we have a candle here that has another candle inside, so there's liquidity resting above and below this candle, right? So we hit this key level here, and then we start to deliver to the upside. Take out this high, deliver, take out this high, right? I'll show you what it looks like on the daily time frame. But when I come to the weekly time frame, what I do is I mark out my key levels, swing points, fair value gaps, other blocks. You can include these, they're called inside candles, inside candle formation, or inside candles, I guess, right? You can include that in your arsenal, So let's call these sell stops, and then we'll go to the daily time frame. Now, so look on the daily time frame. If you see, as soon as we hit these sell stops here, you can see how clean the delivery of price was to the upside, right? You make an expansion, chop around here, which goes back to what I said. Whenever we hit a higher time frame key level, you should start expecting a new phase of price, and this is just what's it called? This is just a testament to that. We hit this key level, we expand to this key level, and what do we do here? I can't describe what this means, what this looks like. The only thing it looks like is consolidation to me. So we start to chop around, consolidate, we eventually expand out of that consolidation, change state of delivery. We have a fair value gap here, right? And we also have another block here. Why is it another block? Just because we see what we have here again. Inside candle, the low, the high. We sweep the high of the inside candle, take the low again, and then it's more like manipulate the low, and then we change instead of delivery, right? So this becomes your change instead of delivery. Right, change instead of delivery here. Next candle open, sorry, we make another series of opposing candles into this change instead of delivery, and then we close over them, making a proportion block, right? Sorry about that. Making a proportion block. So we close over them, we retest them again. From there we deliver to the upside again. See that on Monday open low into this level, the rest of the week expands higher, fair value gap, engaged, expand again. So you see how clean this delivery was. I don't trade gold personally, so I wasn't even actively engaged in this market. And I would not tell you that I would have been able to catch most of the moves here, but just being able to anticipate where where you can start expecting clean deliveries, where you can start expecting price to respect other blocks, fair value gaps. That's something that I feel like is key, because if you know where price hits, if you know when it's time for price to start delivering right to a certain draw, you definitely be able to position yourself. So that's one thing. If you should be able to, that's one thing you should take away from this video, right? Whenever we hit a higher time frame key level, you can start expecting order flow to deliver nicely, right? There are other things to it as well. Like you see, we hit this key level, we consolidate and all that, but you need to wait for everything to align and then expect price to deliver like this, right? So once again, we've hit a high time frame key level. Like I said, whenever we hit a high time frame key level, we could consolidate, we could reverse, we could whatever it is. Right now, we have hit a high time frame key level. We made an expansion leg, capped the expansion here. How do I know we've capped this expansion? Because of the candle close. You see how we close inside of this previous candle's wick, and you see the long wick we left behind, right? So I know that it's not like I know for sure that the market will not expand to the upside. These are just signs that tell me that okay, I can start expecting a retracement into this fair value gap from here if we're going to continue bullish, right? So the best scenario to play here is we are still whatever it is, even if we're at all-time highs, we're still in a bullish market, right? Best scenario would be the next week would make an open low into this fair value gap, expand to the upside. This is the best scenario, right? Now if you become stubborn and if you feel like I'm not saying you shouldn't expect bearish price action, right? But if we start to see price make an open, right, and then respect the 50%, make an open high which respects the 50% of this what's it called, of this week, right, we can expect price to draw into this fair value gap. And from here, if we fail to make a reversal, right, and hold, then you can start expecting price to reverse the entire week. So these are just things to bear in mind. It's not, at this point, I'm not really, there's nothing really clear to me. I need to see more price action, right? So what is this? And see more price action, right? So I definitely would want to see how Monday trades. In fact, I probably will be engaged on Monday just because I know that this looks clean. We can draw into this fair value gap here, right? So if I take that idea to the 4-hour time frame, which is the possibility of price drawing into this fair value gap on Monday, this is without considering the gap up, the weekly opening gaps that price creates, but if I take that into consideration, you can see here we have expansion, we have consolidation, we have expansion out of that consolidation, and then we have a candle that looks like a reversal, right? For me, a complete reversal would be a change instead of delivery, but this candle looks really strong. I would not bet on price going higher from it. Could, but I'm just saying it looks strong. If I'm sure it looks strong to you as well, right? What do we see on the opposite side of this candle? What do we see? We have equal lows here. We have equal lows here, so the likelihood of price visiting this area is there, exists, right? So I would look to see how Asia trades, and then if I'm going to be bullish for Monday or bearish, this will determine if I'm going to be bullish or bearish on Monday. Then Monday's close, by the time Monday closes, I would know how to anticipate Tuesday's candle, and then with Monday and Tuesday's candle, I can now anticipate, okay, this is likely what's going to happen for the rest of the week, or maybe I would need Wednesday's candle, but whatever it is, with Monday and Tuesday's candle, I've gathered a sufficient amount of data at least to tell how the week will trade. So if you are interested in knowing the concepts that I use to make this analysis, I would recommend you research. First thing is ERL to IRL framework. Let's just ERL to IRL, and then I would also recommend you research next day model. Then ITA market phases. Then the final one is weekly and daily profile. Yeah, not the final one. We have weekly. The final one is open, high, low, close. And open, low, high, close concept. So these are the 4 things I would recommend you research. ERL to IRL, next day model. You would use the idea for next day model would be understanding candle closes and how to anticipate the next candle, right? If the market phases is just probably how price delivers, right? So you can see from here we have these huge down close candles, these huge bearish candles, expansion, right? After that we have these small choppy candles. This is like consolidation. What do we have next? Huge candles, expansion. So expansion, consolidation. This will now be reversal, right? We have low volume candles to the downside. What do you call them? What do you call it? Retracement, expansion, consolidation, and so on and so forth. So this is what you learn in the market phases. Weekly and daily profile is just to give you an idea of how a weekly candle forms or how a daily candle forms. You can also learn how a candle forms: expansion candles, retracements, reversal candles, and so on and so forth. So these are the things you should research if you want to be able to make analysis as nicely as this. So, and that will be all. I'll put a link to we have a Discord group where where traders share ideas and stuff. So I'll put a link to the Discord group in the description, so you can check that out as well. Thank you so much and have a wonderful week.